Welcome to this week's episode of Biz Success in 15, where top experts share hot tips and strategies that you can implement in as little as 15 minutes to build your dream business. And now here's your host, the Visibility Wiz, Cindy J.
Hi, I'm Cindy J, the Visibility Wiz, and welcome to this episode of Biz Success in 15, where top experts share hot tips and strategies that you can implement in 15 minutes or less to build your business. And today I will be discussing how to create your own authentic brand. I have made an executive decision, and beginning this month, January 2020, I will be popping in myself once each month to share some really important insights and lessons with you, because my desire for you is to get seen by your ideal clients, to get known as a trusted and in-demand expert in your field, and to get clients so that you can build your own successful business. So today we're going to be discussing how to create your own authentic brand. And first of all, just to follow the format of the Biz Success in 15 podcast, I'm going to begin with a challenge that I personally had to overcome. To have an authentic brand, you need to be able to be you. You need to be confident in who you are. And you need to just sort of let yourself, let people know the real you. I always say, whenever you're in the corporate world, I worked in social services for 20 years. I had to dress a certain way, and I had to speak a certain way. I couldn't just be me. There's boundaries that I knew if I crossed those boundaries, that I would be without a job. And that was just regarding my own personal self. I couldn't just be me. I couldn't make jokes whenever I wanted to make jokes. I couldn't be funny. And I had to, again, dress and have this persona. Like you have this mask that you put on. You put on this mask whenever you go to work. And so with this mask, you are having to be a certain way. You can't just let loose. But in your business, to be authentic, you can let loose and let go of what you believe was been expected of you all those years. So this was difficult for me, because when I first started my business, first of all, I didn't understand branding, but I definitely understood social services. So I was still acting and speaking and behaving like I did when I worked in social services. I wasn't being me. I was like, oh my God, I can't say that, because if I say that, somebody's going to, there's going to be consequences to pay. I think that's a big one. We think that there's going to be consequences to pay. But whenever you have your own business, it's your playground. There really aren't any quote unquote consequences. Nobody's going to punish you. But then you get into where, like, I'm afraid, well, if I let them see that I'm human, if I let them see that I'm overweight, if I let them see that sometimes I mispronounce words, then I'm not going to be seen as a reputable person. Words was really something that I really had a difficult time with. I always say I was a confused child. My mother was from New York, my father was from the South. So being brought up with these two distinct accents confused me with how I was supposed to speak. And it's very interesting, because it's been pointed out to me, some of my dialogue is very Southern and some of my dialogue is very New Yorkan, but it all creates this whole unique voice, or this whole unique way of pronouncing things. So I've spent my whole life trying to pronounce things, and I thought, my God, if I'm not pronouncing something correctly, then nobody's going to listen to me, or they're going to think that I'm dumb, or it's just going to ruin my reputation. But I have found through the years that people who love me, they completely overlook these little idiosyncrasies of how I pronounce something, or if I, use a word that they're in a way that they're not completely used to. It's just being who I am. So this was something very difficult for me to overcome. One of my first clients used to literally yell and scream at me because of the way that I pronounced woman and woman. And I would hang up, we'd get off these calls and I would like cry, just like, oh my God, this wasn't cut out for me. Maybe I should just give up my dream of being my own business owner because I can't talk. And she's yelling at me about the way that my pronunciation. And I've worked really hard to pronounce different things and things still don't come out correctly. And then my coach told me, well, Cindy, fire her. I said, what? I can fire my client? Yay, I can fire my client. That was really my first big lesson in knowing that my business is my business. It's my playground. I get to make up the rules. It's my game. I make up the rules. I make up what goes and what doesn't go. And my clients that I can really serve, they love me and they accept me for who I am. This client, I could not have ever helped her because she did not accept me for who I was. She was so hung up on the way I pronounced words that she could not learn from me. She couldn't move forward. She couldn't let go. But I helped hundreds of women throughout my career as a divorce coach really overcome their divorce, really gain confidence to go out there and live a life of their choosing versus one that wasn't of their choosing. And this goes along with what my wish is for you, because I really want you to have a business of your choosing. First of all, let's look at the dictionary term of authentic. To be authentic, it means you're not false or copied. You're genuine, you're real. You're representing one's true nature or beliefs, and you're true to yourself. And according to the dictionary, the words that are related to the word authentic include credible, authoritative, accurate, convincing, trustworthy, legitimate, pure, reliable, original, true, dependable, factual, and valid. Isn't that great? And the reason why it's so important to be authentic is because authenticity is what builds the know, like, and trust factor. People will not do business with you if they don't trust you to solve their problems. And you need to be authentic to gain that trust. Somebody might like you from here till eternity, but if they don't trust you to solve their problems, they'll never hire you. Basically, it boils down to without authenticity, trust cannot be built. And without trust, there's no relationship. An authentic brand provides a unique experience and it provokes an emotion inside of the reader or the participant. And that's again, so whenever you think about being authentic, it's what emotion do you want your clients to have? What vision do you want them to have? What experience do you want your clients to have? And whenever you really start thinking about your brand, think about those answers. How do you want them to feel? A brand is way more than just a logo. So many people think a brand is a logo, and that's not it either. You are a part of your brand. And now it's important to realize a brand is not necessarily a business. Your business is the way that you make money. Your brand is the way people see you. And so it's really important to know that. And a business can have more than one brand. Even if you're a coach, you can have more than one brand. So remember that. And each brand is going to evoke a different feeling in people. And that's what you want to relate. So ways to create your own authentic brand. Number one, be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. So why are you trying to not be like somebody else, or why are you trying to be a little copycat of your favorite mentor? Be yourself. There's only one of you. And so many people spend so much time going round and round and round. What makes me different? What makes me unique? What's my unique approach on this? It's you. You are you. So be you. Speak the way that you would speak to your best friend. Don't try to be perfect. Let go. Like to be a good dancer, I'm a horrible dancer, but to be a good dancer, you just sort of have to, feel your body move, and you have to feel the movement. You sort of let go. And it's the same in your business. Let go and be you. Don't think you have to dress a certain way, act a certain way, or speak a certain way, or write a certain way. Just allow yourself to be you, because you're perfect just the way you are. Number 2, apply your core values and beliefs to your business. It's really important. Every decision that you make needs to align with your core beliefs and values, because if you're not aligning with who you are, it's going to show, and you're not going to be very successful in your business. Number 3, share your passions. What drives you? What are you passionate about? I love birds. It's one of my passions, but in my business, I'm really passionate about helping people have the confidence to be themselves and to build a successful business. What is it that you're passionate about? What do you like? Share this with people. Paint a clear and truthful message about what you're about and what your brand is about. Number 4, be proud. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your accomplishments. Show people what your accomplishments were. Post awards and different things on your website. Post them on social media, like, hey, I won this week, or I've been nominated for this award. Post it and be proud about it. And besides the awards, be proud about places that you've been featured. I was in Huffington Post Live. That was really an awesome experience. I'll never forget whenever I opened up that email and it said, we would like to invite you to be on our Huffington Live Post episode with 3 other experts. I was like, yippee! So this is something to be excited about. Whenever you get published somewhere, shout it. Be proud of your accomplishments, because as you're proud of your accomplishments, you're not bragging. You're sharing people with your expertise. You're talking about it. You're sharing your passion. You would not have won an award if you was not passionate. Number 5, provide valuable content. It has to be content that your ideal client wants, and it has to be valuable, not just a bunch of fluff, but actual steps and action steps that they can take each and every day to achieve whatever it is that you're helping them with. If you're a health coach, provide health tips and different ways of achieving their goal. There's always more than one way to achieve a goal, so provide real value. The value that you provide should boost the quality of their life and or business. Number 6, create connections, real connections. People are craving real connections. And without, they need to connect with you before they ever can hire you. And they need to feel like you care about them. So creating a connection isn't out there saying, get my free stuff. Creating a connection is being curious about who they are, what their dreams and goals are, what it is that they want to achieve, what it is that they've tried before, what it is that keeps them up in the middle of the night, what are they passionate about. Be curious about them as a person first. This is the only way that you can create relationships. Number 7, be responsive. And, being responsive is goes along with me with being visible. It's one of my pet peeves. I really don't like it whenever I go to a website and there's no way to contact them. They might have a contact page, they may not, but they don't have their address. They don't have their phone number. They don't have their email. There's no way to contact them. You go to Facebook and there's no way to contact them. There's just all kinds of, it's amazing to me how many business owners hide. And if you're hiding from your customer, how real are these connections? You would never hide from your BFF, so why are you hiding from your customer? And this goes along even with being visible, is please, please, please post your real recent picture on your social media profiles. Let us see who you are. Be proud of who you are. It's really, really important, but you want to be able to respond whenever people leave you a message on social media, whenever they send you an email, respond to them. Number 8, be a storyteller. Tell stories. Tell stories about your life. Tell stories about your clients' lives. Tell stories however it goes along with what you're doing. Storytelling is so very important because it creates a connection. We automatically feel connected to people whenever they tell us stories. You know, their struggles, their happiness, their joys. You know, even like cute, funny stories. One story that I often tell is, you know, I always say I was a born entrepreneur. Whenever I was 10 years old, I used to like to go to this park. And just next to the park was the Los Angeles riverbed. On the other side of the Los Angeles riverbed was a golf course. Well, I used to go and play in the riverbed. Very dangerous. I would have died had my children done that. But I used to go play in that riverbed and collect golf balls, take them home, wash them, take them back to the golfers, and sell them for a profit, so that I could get whatever I wanted. So, you know, sometimes things are just ingrained into you. But even if you share a cute little story like that, that makes you memorable. It makes people connect to you. Like, what was you doing when you were 10 years old? What was you thinking about? What did you do when you were 10 years old if you wanted a few extra cents for an ice cream cone or something? Right? But we can all connect to these crazy little things that kids do. I mean, playing in the Los Angeles riverbed was quite dangerous. What did you do when you were 10 years old that was a little bit dangerous? So share stories. People like stories. Number 9, walk your talk. You know, just be real and walk your talk. Don't be over here telling people, like, if you're money, don't be over here saying to people, save money, save money, save money whenever you're filing bankruptcy. Or don't be over here telling people this is the way to health whenever you're not healthy. Really, you need to walk your talk. Whatever it is that you're teaching, are you doing it? Walk your talk. Leading by an example is one of the best ways to be real and to be authentic. Because if people see you're walking your talk, then you're aligned and there's nothing that's missing in their brain. And then they're going to see you as authentic and they're going to follow you. So walk your talk. Number 10, be consistent. Everything should be consistent. You need, you know, I believe you should have consistent colors on all of your social media and everything you do. But besides the colors, you need to have a consistent message. On one of the podcast episodes, I interviewed Michelle Mazer, and Michelle talks about the 3-word rebellion. And basically, you want a 3 to 5 word phrase that's catchy, that you say over and over and over and over again. And everything in your business relates to that phrase. And my phrase is get seen, get known, get clients. Everything that I do relates to that. If I'm asked to speak somewhere and it's not related to being visible and being known as a trusted expert, I won't do it. So really and truly, everything needs to align with that. And that's part of consistency. You want to consistently post on social media. You want to consistently blog. You want to consistently show up. And consistency doesn't necessarily mean once a day. It can actually be once a month or whatever. You just need to be consistent so that people see this pattern and they fall into it. Speaking about consistency, whenever you know your message and you put it everywhere, it's very easy. If you go to my website, you go to any of my social media places, all the colors are the same, the words the same. It's get seen, get known, get clients. Everything is the same. So you know that it's me. And because my message is the same everywhere, you're not going on Twitter saying, geez, is this the same person I just seen on Facebook? And I have seen this happen, like they're just 2 completely different messages. Or you go to their YouTube channel and it has nothing to do with what they posted on Facebook or on their website. And there's this disconnect. Whenever somebody has a disconnect in their brain, it's automatic distrust. And then you have to work harder to get their trust. So if you're just authentic and you're consistent everywhere, you're going to be building trust. So that is how you create your own authentic brand. So now, again, following my podcast, the next thing would be for me to share a strategy that you can implement in 15 minutes or less each day. And some of my guests may have been said this, but it's so important to create relationships. So every day, make it a point to reach out to 5 people and just be curious about who they are. It can be on different social media posts, it can be via email, it can be anywhere, but reach out to 5 people. Be curious about where they are and what they're doing. Get to know them, be curious about them. You never know what type of relationships you can build this way. It could be your next collaborative partner that's going to push you over the edge. It could be your next ideal client, and it could be your next mentor. You don't know, but whenever you just connect with them to make the real connections. And you do this every day, Monday through Friday. In a week, you have 25, you could have up to 25 new connections. Now, not everybody is going to respond to you, but with this, you're continuously building real connections with real people who will become your collaborative partners, who will become your clients, who will become raving fans of yours and tell other people about you, and who may even become your mentors. So reach out to people and start building those relationships. Lastly, I have my gift for you is my 5 secrets to online visibility. And so you want to hop on over to Cindy J Holbrook CindyJHolbrook.com/5 secrets and download your own 5 secrets to online visibility. And so with that, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I'd love to know your comments. Shoot me a line. Let me know how you like this new format of me sharing with you from my heart once a month. And I hope you have a fantastic week. Be sure to tune in next week where I will be interviewing another amazing guest. Big hugs. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Biz Success in 15. For all links mentioned in today's show and to watch or listen to previous episodes, visit bizsuccessin15.com. Thanks so much for listening, and be sure to tune in next week for another amazing guest.